Hello, welcome to Arsenal Match TV. My name's Tops, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Premier League game, Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. Now, before the game, I was surprised to see that Lucas Perez wasn't in the start on the bench because he had picked up a slight knee injury. But yeah, the team was as it's been the last couple of weeks where we've been winning, and we've been high intensity football. We've been playing teams off the park. Played Basel off the park, played Chelsea off the park, Czech came back in goal. And the start of this game, it was frustrating. It was that same old Arsenal from last season. Oh my God. It was slow. People like Cazorla were taking extra touches that they didn't need to. We were trying to break Burnley down, but it was no real intensity in the movement. It was like a contrast from, the Basel and Chelsea games where we were zip, 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 passing it around everywhere, man. We came out the blocks firing, but in this game, it was like we're trying to feed ourselves into the game, and that really played into, Burnley's hands. They were pressurizing us on when we had the ball, but that didn't really quicken the play. We were taking too many touches. We didn't really create much in the first half. First half, I ain't gonna lie, it was a bore. It was a drag to watch. I was sitting here just waiting for something to happen. Alexis Sanchez, work rate sensational again, but he was hardly having any touches in that first half. And he's our most intense player in the squad. So if we're going to be intense, we need him to be on the ball, and he wasn't in that first half. Iwobi tried to do some things, but his shots were going high and wide. I didn't think Özil didn't have a good first half either. He was a bit lethargic, a bit slow. I mean, the team overall, they looked a bit jaded. I don't know if they were tired or whatever, because we had been playing two high-intensity games in Basel and Chelsea, so it must have took a toll on the team in the first half. Because Burnley, I didn't think they looked comfortable, and they will, look dangerous themselves from crosses and from set pieces and corners. And I think that's one of the main things they were looking to hurt us from. And they had some good deliveries in the ball, some good deliveries in the box. And then, they could have scored in that first half. But yeah, it was a, slow, boring 0-0 at half time. And, I'm sitting there thinking, this has got 0-0 written all over it, or even worse, this has got 1-0 Burnley written all over it, which would have been the worst possible result ever after we've been on this, amazing run. We, won our last 3 or 4 games in a row. We've been playing some amazing football, and it's back to the football from last season that we've seen, against teams like Norwich at the Emirates, where, we hardly even have a shot. I think we had one shot on target in the entire first half. That's how much we created in that first half. It was too slow. We need to speed it up, So in the second half, we showed a little bit more intent, a little bit more intensity. And Alexis Sanchez, was the heart of that. He was getting on the ball more. He was making, decisive forward runs, trying to make things happen, trying to create, trying to take on shots. He had a few chances himself. He had a volley, that went, just hit the post, went wide. He was, having shots from outside the box, trying to score goals. Theo Walcott, he got into the game more in that second half. Especially when he moved on to the left-hand side, and Iwobi got taken off, and Granit Xhaka got taken off for Oxlade-Chamberlain and Mohamed El Nene, and he had a shot, spinning shot that I thought it was in when I was watching it myself. I thought it was in, but it was just wide, just wide. But Burnley, they had a couple of chances, and they could have gone 1-0 up. It was actually a cross kick coming in and a header which Czech smartly saved too, and then it was Michael Keane from a corner. His header actually hit off the bar, and then he scored in the last game for Burnley when they won 2-0 against Watford. So I was sweating. I was like, whew, a draw's bad enough. Never mind us losing this game. I thought, yeah, we're gonna, the form we're in, we should be beating these 3-4-0. But it was literally a stalemate. We couldn't break them down in the second half. We tried and tried. We pushed and pushed. Apart from the Alexis Sanchez chances, there wasn't really anything else clear cut. And it did seem to me that we didn't really know what we were doing. This kind of game really needed an Olivier Giroud. It really needed someone to, head the ball, someone to, aim for corners or set pieces, but we didn't really have anyone to aim to. We were passing it to Bellerin and Monreal, and, they didn't know what to do with it because you can't cross it in the box because Alexis Sanchez is not going to beat Michael Keane in the air or whatever. So, we were kind of void of ideas. We tried to integrate passing through the middle, but it's so hard. Especially if, when Burnley have got 10 people behind the ball. It's literally impossible to break down. We're not going to do it. But, the time was ticking on, tick, 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 tick. I'm thinking, oh my God, we're going to draw. You know, we've missed a magnificent opportunity to, you know, close the gap on Manchester City after they lost today. And I'm thinking, oh God, another boring 0-0 draw, back to the same old Arsenal. And luckily, in the 90th minute, I don't know how I went in. I was jumping up, celebrating. Yeah, we won. I don't know how, what even happened, man. A ball came in. I think Theo Walcott won a header. You know, he won a header. And, yeah, it was Chamberlain and Koscielny. People are saying it was offside or handball. I think what happened was, they both went for the ball, and, Koscielny actually, hit it onto his hand. He didn't know anything about it, and it went into the back of the net. It blundered in. I didn't really care. You know, I just seen it go into the back of the net, cheering. I couldn't believe it. This was after the allotted 2 minutes after the 90. So I was just buzzing. I was gassed. I was like, oh my God, we scored. We scored in the last minute. I couldn't believe we didn't deserve it from, you know, how we played. We didn't create enough clear-cut chances for me. But you know what? We scored. Hint of offside, but it wasn't offside. It was Koscielny that hit onto his hand. You could say it's handball, but I don't think it's not deliberate handball. And he didn't mean to do it. He just hit it onto his hand and it went in. So, and the ref gave it as a clear-cut goal. So you've got to respect that decision, guys. You've got to. And yeah, Arsenal somehow still, I will say, we stole the 3 points from Burnley. I do have to say that, you know, Burnley did defend very, very well. And they would have been, you know, worthy of their point that they got, because they did defend very well, but you know, that's what, you know, good teams do. They get 3 points in the last minute. We've already done it before against Southampton, winning that 2-1. And now we've done it again. So yeah, we've done it again. It's a 1-0 win. It's 3 points. We're already now, I think 2 points behind Manchester City, which is good. We've got to keep in the, you know, distance between them, because, you know, if we're going to try and win this title, we can't afford to be getting, you know, 6-7 points behind at this early stage. So, you know, touching distance with them, I'm happy with that. It's a 1-0 win. Not the greatest performance, I'm not going to lie. Quite similar to Southampton. The Southampton performance, quite slow in patches, but, you know, we got the 3 points. That's all that matters. So yeah, that's it. International break now. You know, we're all going in. I think that's 5 on the bounce. Another clean sheet as well. Big up to Mustafi and Koscielny. I thought they both played excellent. Both played well in defence. So yeah, that has been my review. I'll be doing a Swansea review after the international break, so please look out for that. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you to everybody who's subscribed, and I hope you've been enjoying my videos. I definitely have been enjoying making them. If you're not subscribed, please click that button. Click it for me. Cheers. So yeah, this has been Tops Arsenal Match TV. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners!